This is the second of 4 GCSE last minute maths revision videos. This one focuses on algebra skills. I'm going to start straight away. If you want to pause for 5 seconds to get used to the questions and have a go, that's absolutely fine. Question 1, nth term, I'm going to use dino. Difference is -3. N will be n. The one before, remember, is at this end. The one before would be positive 21. The first 4 terms, I'm going to substitute 1, 2, 3 and 4 into here. 5 times 1 is 5. Add 1 makes 6. I'm going to continue doing that with 5 times 1, 5 times 2, 5 times 3, 5 times 4, each time adding 1 as per the rule that's given to me. 5 times 1, add 1, it was 6. 5 times 2, add 1 is 11. 5 times 3, add 1 is 16. 5 times 4, add 1 is 21. Question B, solve the equation. Line down, step 1 times by 3. That leaves me with 2x equals 9. Step 2, divide by 2 to give me x equals 4.5 or 9 over 2. I want you to do the second question, just imagining the number that should be there. 20 divided by what makes 4? The answer is 5. Question C, simplifying the algebra. 4 times 5 is 20. G times G is G squared. H times K is HK. Simplify 3x, add 2x is the 5x. Positive 4y, take away 3y is positive 1y. Expand and simplify. X times x, x squared. X times minus 5, minus 5x. 2 times x, positive 2x. Minus 5 times 2, minus 10. Simplifying that by collecting the middle two terms will be x squared, add 3x, minus 10. Expand and simplify separate brackets. We'll expand them individually and then combine them. The first one, 6x add 3. The second one, plus 4x. Positive 4 times minus 2 will be minus 8. Collecting those terms, we've got 6x add 4x, that makes 10x. And we've got positive 3. Take away 8, that will give me minus 5. Factorize, both of these are single brackets. It's not double brackets because it doesn't have an x squared and a number. The first one, the factor of both parts is 5, and that will be multiplied by 3x add 5. The word fully suggests that there's more than one thing to take out the bracket. In this case, it's the number 2 and the letter A. 4a inside, add 5b. Pause the video now if you want to have a go at these before the answers come up. The first question is just a longer equation. Normal process by putting a line down, multiplying by 5 to get rid of the divide by 5 on the left will give me 3x minus 2 equals 30. I'm now going to expand out the bracket to give me 3x minus 6 is 30. Adding 6 to both sides, 3x equals 36. And I've run out of room, so I won't be able to write this last step down. But if I divide by 3 on both sides, I will get x equals 12. Going across, factorizing, I'm going to use the FAT method to factorize. I need two numbers that add to make this and that times to make this. How do I know it's double brackets? I know it's double brackets because it's got an x squared and a number, in this case minus 15. We put our x's in the front. The two numbers that add to make 2 and multiply to make minus 15 will be positive 5 and minus 3. And when we solve, we write down the opposite numbers on the lines, minus 5 and positive 3. Rearranging this formula, the first thing I'll do is take away a t off both sides because I'm wanting to make m the subject. On the left that gives me d take away t, and on the right I've got mk. I don't want the k, so I now need to divide by the k on both sides. That will give me d take away t divided by k equals m. Down on the bottom left, if a is 5, a squared will be 5 squared. Take away b, which is minus 3. 5 squared is 25. Minus minus turns into plus 3. My answer is 28. X is less than 2. My circle goes at 2. My arrow goes the same way as the arrow in the inequality. I do not colour it in because it hasn't got the extra inequality. If it looked like that, I would colour it in, but since it looks like that, I don't colour it in. Last question. This is my initial velocity. The acceleration is the a, and the time is the t. So to work out the final velocity, it will be v equals 8 add 3 multiplied by 5. Remember, two letters next to each other need multiplying. Using BIDMAS, 3 times 5 comes first, 15. Adding on the 8 makes 23. Pause if you want to have a go before I go through the answers. When you're drawing graphs, please make sure you use rulers. It's not available at this point, so please make sure that you use a ruler. Drawing the line y equals 2, this is the y-axis, and this is the number 2. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line that goes through it. That's the line y equals 2. Notice how it is not in the same direction as the y-axis. The line y equals x is a special diagonal that goes from corner to corner. Again, please make sure you use a ruler. If you're drawing any other different line, a straight line or a curve, you will need a table of values. These are often given to you, not always though. We need to get some values in there. I'm going to use x values of 1, 2 and 3. Now the rule is that the y is 2x add 2. So 2 times 1 is 2, add 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4, add 2 is 6. 2 times 3 is 6, add 2 is 8. We plot these points on. And again, using a ruler, which isn't available to me at the moment, we draw on the line. Notice how I've gone from the edge to the other edge. Don't just join the points you've drawn. On the right hand side, we've got a shape problem. It tells me the perimeter is 105 and it wants me to form and solve an equation. Well, if I add up all the lengths of all the sides, which I will write out in the exam, but I haven't got space to do so here, I will get 10x add 25. And since it tells me in the question that the perimeter is 105, I can now write that at the end of my expression for the perimeter. Solving this equation will give me 10x equals 80, and dividing by 10 will give me x equals 8. Now notice that is the value of x, but the question actually said find the length of each side. The side here is 3 times x, so that's 3 times 8. Add 15 onto that, that makes 39. This side here is 3 times 8, add 12, that's 36. This side here is 2 times x, minus 5, that's 11. And this side here is 2 times 8, add 3, that's 19. And those four numbers will add up to 105. If you're asked to solve a simultaneous equation, we need the second set of letters to be the same. In this case, the first one has 2 and the second one has 3. The only way I can make them the same would be to make them both 6. So I'm going to times the top one by 3 and the bottom one by 2. Okay, now I've done that, I can see here that the signs are different, and when they are different, that means we then add them together. Divided by 18 will give me the value for x. And once I've got the value for x, I can substitute it back into the first equation to work out the value of y. You'll see here I've substituted in 3 into the value of x. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 add 2y's is worth 10. Solving this equation will give me the value of y. Final answer, x equals 3 and y equals -1. The question on the right is exactly the same, it just starts off in the worded format. 4 adults and 2 children cost £47. And 1 adult and 3 children cost £25.50. I'm not going to finish that question, it's exactly the same method as the one on the left. Start by making the second letters the same value. So in this case I would times the top one by 3 and the bottom one by 2 to make them both 6c. When you've done that, just watch out because this time the signs are both the same, which means it will be a subtract as opposed to an add. Thank you for watching the second last-minute GCSE revision video. Make sure you check out the other 3 videos which will help you with the number, data and shape skills. Good luck with your revision.